Some of you guys are already cap level. You're ready to start gearing out, right? In these first couple weeks of Midnght before the first season goes live. Here's the quick tips and tricks, right? How to get ready fast for Midnght week 1 of gearing. Here we go. Let's check this one out from Dalaran Gaming.
Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal. Midnght has officially launched, at least when it comes to its early access, and while the seasonal content, the raids, and Mythic Plus dungeons aren't here yet, the race for gearing has already begun.
Yeah, of course.
As all the top players have already found ways in order to be able to get ahead when it comes to gearing out their character. And if you aren't following the right roadmap, there's a good chance you might be falling behind before the gates have even opened.
Right.
So for today's video, I'm going to be going over all of the different ways that you can start getting some early gear during the first few weeks of Midnght to make sure that you're walking into Season 1 content pretty much raid ready and in your best shape possible.
Right.
It's also worth noting that some of the content that I'll talk about...
I would preface a video like this by saying, just chill the fuck out, okay? You don't gotta go grinding shit out right now. All this gear is gonna be replaced super easy and quick once the season actually kicks off. So if you want to give yourself, if you got nothing to do and you just want to play WoW nonstop, these will be nice tips for you on how you can, turn that playing time into some gear that you can get and optimize yourself for Season 1. But the truth is, you can literally hit level cap 5 minutes before Season 1 goes live, and you'll be just fine too. Take your time. I've told you guys, I'm taking my time leveling. I'm nowhere near level cap yet. I'm just chill, and I'm fine with that. I don't feel like I'm falling behind by any means. But if you got time, yeah, these are good tips.
Here, some of it is available during early access, though a huge portion of the gearing content will be available once Midnght officially launches. So that'll be happening on March 2nd or 3rd, depending on your region.
Yeah.
But with that being said, as always, if you guys do want to see more regular content and updates for the expansion of Midnght, be sure to follow the channel and subscribe. But otherwise, let's dive right in.
Do it.
So as I get over all of the different gearing benefits right now that are available, this is still a limited version because nothing is really going to be huge in terms of gear upgrades until seasonal content is finally here. So keep that in mind because we'll be taking a look at all the early things that are available, at least for the time being. One of them being the most accessible one, which is open world content. The reason why open world content is so good is it's immediately rewarding, especially for a brand new level 90 character in Midnght, starting off with adventure track pieces, which are blue, which are essentially very much equivalent to like gear from dungeons. So it is actually super solid.
And one really good thing about doing the open world quest content is, I said it earlier in the stream, you guys can get champion level gear from every single Renown track right now. At different levels, it's basically levels 7 to 9, depending on which Renown track you're working on, but it's champion level gear from a bunch of these. So you can get 4 pieces of champion level gear by just doing world quests and grinding out the Renown track.
Started off really good.
He's probably going to say it.
Start off super low item level for me whatsoever, and immediately starting to pick up like sizable increases for any of your characters that are already max level, and there's so many of these, and it looks like they're pretty aggressive with some of the world quests right now, so you're able to actually pick up quite a lot of items fairly regularly.
Right.
Outside of that, at some point you will see that special assignments become available, though right now it doesn't look like there's a reward for those. That may change once the game officially launches, because early access does create some limitations on things, but these will be really good early on. And getting at these immediately while world content is still a viable way of gearing is going to be something you'll want to focus on, which will play side by side with all the different world quests that you dive into. Outside of this, we also have zone events, which in early access are limited capacity, but you got the tower defense minigame with
Have you guys done
Assault,
these?
which
The tower defense one
takes
looks
a decent bit of time. You got the Horrendar event, which is going to be made available from the main den area at some point in the future. The Soiree, which is also as...
Yeah, the Horrendar event, don't do it. I heard it's broken. I read that article this morning from Wowhead. It's broken. Like, you can turn in shit to it, but you don't get credit for it, so basically you're wasting your resources by doing that. So just stay away from the Horrendar shit for now.
At the moment, early access not available, as well as we also got the abundant lands. But once these are all functional, every single one of them is going to have a weekly box that rewards you with a variety of goodies, including gear, but also a variety of different currencies.
Abundance, Sam. Yeah, Abundance. That's the one. Thank you, Konesia, for reminding me. Yeah, the Abundance World event from Harndar. Don't do that shit. Those fucking Harnir are trolling your asses. They're taking your resources and it's not working.
In order to be able to upgrade that gear,
I knew they were half troll.
On a weekly basis. They also will have a variety of other benefits, like being able to up your reputation with various different factions at Midnght, which is going to be super crucial, especially at the start of the expansion. So they're definitely going to be worth your time during these first few weeks of Midnght. Another system that is super worth your time is the Prey system, which you'll find using either the Orbit Translocation or heading over into the Astrolord's Sanctum. Here you'll be able to check out a map.
Yeah, the Prey system, I'm hearing good things about it. I think I saw in chat someone was saying they enjoyed the Prey system. Have you guys interacted with the Prey system yet? Have you found it to be a fun thing to do? It seems like some kind of, open-ended world quest. You go and you start doing shit in the world once you've activated the Prey system, and then the Prey shit kicks off. You've done one. Yes, it's pretty fun. Yeah, it seems like people are enjoying it for what it is. I just don't know how relevant it's going to be once the season actually kicks off, because it's kind of limited in what it offers in terms of gear. I think like champion level gear maybe is the highest it'll get to. Right now you can't do the nightmare version of the Prey system, which is the highest level of Prey, until the season kicks off. But in terms of gearing out, I don't think it's going to be, really relevant once the season actually kicks off.
And select one of your targets, which already have one selected at the moment.
You basically
and the gear
do
that this
world
provides
quests.
is also
Interesting.
going
Okay.
to scale depending on the difficulty. When it comes to the early access, right now you only have access to normal, but eventually we'll be getting access to hard difficulty a few days later, which will mean enemies will be a little bit harder.
Yeah, the Mogs and the mounts are really cool from the Prey system, so that'll be a reason to do it for sure. I think it gives you that blacked out Dragonhawk. That one looked freaking cool, the black and gold one. That's a reason I do the Prey system.
In terms of like some of the different affixes that will be present in the open world when it comes to finding out, chasing down those prey targets, but the rewards are going to be also that much better. This content by itself includes just a very, very short bite-sized type of environments and bite-sized type of activities when chasing down the prey. It is also very, very decent worth of like starter loot for any solo player.
Cool.
So Prey should definitely be one of those systems that you'll want to dive into as soon as possible. And it's something you can unlock at level
Preys?
90 once you hit max level. After doing a short quest line, then you'll unlock the system, and then you'll start being able to chase down various prey targets. And if you do run into any issues when it comes to prey targets, what I noticed is some of the world quests for prey targets, they're not fully available, not always. So if you don't see all of them for those prey specific
like AI
target
world
world quests, then you'll also just want to do other world events and other world quests in the area and just slaying mobs until your prey target shows themselves, until you get to fill up the bar and find exactly where that prey target is.
Nice.
Outside of this,
cool.
we also have delves. And delves, you can get some decent gear with the delves, but it's not a guarantee by any measure.
Right, and so people were grinded the fuck out of delves, and so they had to cap. God, why'd I forget her name? What the fuck? The night elf chick or the blood elf chick? My God, why I forget her name? I know her name all the time. Sanguinar, right? So they capped her out at like 45. Because people were grinding them out so quick that they were going to level her up so much before the season kicks off. So there's an official cap on that. Blizzard patched that in.
The thing with delves is it's going to be eventually one of the best ways for you to be able to farm gear as a solo player. Once the bountiful delve system goes live, where you could use these coffer keys in order to be able to get guaranteed specific rewards from delves, which means gear upgrades all across the board, plus a variety of different currencies that you could pretty much endlessly farm to some degree. Not all the currencies, but some of the entry-level currencies you definitely can. Delves will also still be good to do early, whether you're trying to fish for gear, but also to try to level up your companion Valera. Doing this early on in Midnght will allow you to get some pieces of gear, but also will help set up delves as part of that solo gear grinding system that you can fully take advantage of once the seasonal content as well as the bountiful system goes live. It's definitely something I think worth investing time into, even though it doesn't have like the greatest gear drop rate. It's decent items. I've gotten some upgrades from it specifically, but it's not always a guaranteed type of rewards, but it is something that you also want to do for when some of the other features for delves become available.
Right, yeah, bountiful delves, they don't kick off until the season officially kicks off. That's where the real gear comes from, plus the fact that you'll be able to do those +8s, right, to unlock the vault slots. So that'll be the real reason to do delves. Until then, yeah, grinding out, like I said earlier, grinding out or grinding on Valera is probably your best option. Both sound really good, like a good time. But she's only going to get to level cap 45, and then she'll stop. But you'll make her at least as powerful as possible to help you out once you can actually push delves all the way up to 11, I think is like the cap on those things. So yeah, pushing them up to rank 11.
Well,
right now, I think you can only go
majority
to 4.
of the way that players are going to be gearing at the very beginning, especially if you're trying to make the biggest upgrades, however, is going to be through the dungeon system. This is going to be your main grind of the season, or at least of the earlier part of the expansion. Daniel Larock, Magister's Terrace, Mizar's Caverns, Murder Row, Windrunner, Void Scar, Blinding Veil, and Nexus Point all are excellent, and the type of gear they'll offer you is going to scale. We got the normal gear, which is decent but not amazing, and then heroic, which is giving you adventurer, which you can get through other methods as well, but it is going to be one of your main sources of
Yeah, it's a
actually being able to
resource.
outfit your character with some decent starter seasonal items.
Wait, I haven't done this dungeon yet. Why is Lothraxian a boss? Did he what the fuck? Does he betray us already? I mean, we all know he's gonna betray us. I guess I don't want the spoiler. I don't know. What the hell? Shh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. No, I
At some
guess
point,
nobody
we are going
spoiled
to
me.
get access to Mythic Zero, which is going to be where
Shock.
you'll
What the
get your
fuck?
biggest upgrades at the launch of the season. With so many
Who the fuck trusted this Dreadlord anyways from the first spot? Really? Like people of the light. Dreadlords are literally known for infiltrating every source of power in this universe and remaining unloyal to whoever they're serving because they all serve, under Sire Denathrius. So who the fuck trusted this guy? He cut off his horns. He's not horny anymore. That's why we trusted him. Really? Jesus, that's a spoiler. Been in game for a while. Yeah, I mean it's not really a spoiler if it's in the dungeon journal. I'm just kind of shocked that that's how it's revealed. Maybe there's something else to it. I don't
different
know.
dungeons for you to
I'll
dive
do the
into.
dungeon.
You
I'll
can
find
basically
out.
just go through the entire roster of instances, collecting as much gear on your character as
Just Nexus
possible,
Point
plus additional
Xanax,
currencies,
the
in
dungeon.
order to make sure that you're starting off the season, hopefully, as geared as humanly possible. Which doesn't mean you'll have to be subject to a bit of RNG, so it may not be a bad idea to run these Mythic Zeros in a pre-made group of 5, so that it's
Spoiled about what? Lothraxian. He's a Dreadlord. He's supposed to be part of the Army of the Light, and in here he's listed as a boss in the dungeon, so I'm wondering why we're fighting him.
made group of
That's the only real
5, so that
spoiler.
at some point, if somebody starts getting too many items, you can start potentially trading those items with everybody else in the group, so you can start try gearing the entire party instead of each an individual player. The last way that you can get some early gear is actually through the Renown system. They kind of revamped the entire Renown system altogether into this journey system, which is where you'll be able to see all your prey accomplishments, your delve accomplishments, plus renowns as well. Getting enough rank up with the various different factions in Midnght can unlock you armor reserves too, which can give you additional champion track items from those vendors. During early access, those vendors are not showing every single item, and those champion track items are definitely not displayed for them, but it is surmised that likely by Midnght official launch, or maybe a week into the launch, then those items will eventually start to show up. So if you're somebody who, let's say, got super incredibly unlucky within your Mythic Zero dungeons or within your early gear grind, but you are looking to get some guaranteed rewards, getting just a few ranks of either rank 8 or 9 with various different factions can unlock you a champion track item. So it'll be a next slot for the Amani tribe. Over with Singularity, it's actually at rank 7 in order to be able to get yourself a powerful trinket. With Haranir, you can potentially get a waist armor slot over at rank 8. And with Soromon Court, you can get yourself a helm slot at rank 9. So just getting yourself a little bit of rep with these factions early on, which you can do by doing side quests, world quests, and any of the major story campaigns for various different factions, as well as the weekly activities for those factions, is how you're going to be able to fairly easily get a little bit, just enough renown in order to be able to start purchasing these items directly from these vendors. But with that being said, that's going to be my quick rundown on how to do some early gearing during the early launch of Midnght. With that being said, as always, I do want to thank all of you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy it or found it informative, go ahead and give this video a like, as I would very much appreciate it. Jump into our Discord community, link to that in the description of every single video. If you got any questions regarding Midnght, I'm usually over there pretty regularly, probably the best place to reach out to me directly, but also get access to the rogue guides that we'll be doing for this expansion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.
Yeah, overall, a nice tips and tricks here from Dalaran. Definitely, a lot of it is a good idea, doing the Renown tracks and getting Valera prepped for the season to truly kick off. But in reality, you could just take your time and dick around. There's not much you really need to do before the season kicks off. Running your Mythic Zeros might be a good idea. Everything's going to get replaced as soon as Season 1 is up and running. So enjoy the preseason time is what I would tell you to truly do. Take it all in, enjoy the questing and the stories and everything, and then you'll be ready for Season 1 when it does kick off. Nice video overall from Dalaran.